What was your reaction when you found out?
My God, well, I was sitting at a Jack in the Box with my roommate who had just moved to town, and I had a chicken tender in my mouth, and I got the call, and the first thing they said is, "Condragulations." And I shit my pants right there and continued eating my chicken tender and started crying.
What did you do in that month? Did you feel like you had to change your presentation or work on any routines or anything along those lines?
Well, it's tough because it's really hard to really prepare for something like Drag Race. It is such a monster, but the things that I knew I needed were things that are repeated every single season, like Snatch Game. I knew there was going to be a Snatch Game, so I knew I had to prepare characters and practice them. I knew I had to have an entrance look. So even before they sent lists of runways and stuff for us to do, I was like, entrance look, there's one. I know I'm gonna have to have an eleganza look. Every girl has to bring one of those. I know I'm going to have to be able to sew. That was the thing that I was so glad that I had my mom for, because I've been behind a sewing machine since I was 4 years old. And so that made it such a breeze, because a lot of girls really struggle with that every season.
So tell me a little bit about your look on the reveal, which is a little brave, a little Outlander, a little Highland Rape from McQueen.
Yes.
There's a lot going on there.
Yes,
Tell me about the inspiration of that look and how it all came together.
Totally. Well, I'm made up of Scottish and Scandinavian. Is just that's just where my family derives from. And when they had given us the kind of mood board for the reveal, it was high fashion grunge streetwear. And so in my head, I was thinking what is the most grunge thing I can think of? And I immediately was flannel and safety pins. So the whole look was made of flannel fabrics. It's very cozy and very comfortable to wear. And it took so many hours of hand fraying all of the ends, because what people don't realize is if you're buying frayed clothes, someone's got to sit there and pick it out thread by thread. So that's what me and my mom did for about a week prior to the reveal.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with your mom. Go into it a little bit more about how you guys work together and the designing of your outfits and the creation of them.
Totally. So, like I said, I started drag when I was 15. And she did not know, and as soon as she found out, she was not okay with it, and neither was my dad, and neither were my brothers. And as time went on, she became more comfortable with me doing drag, because it became less about me performing on stage and more about me doing photo shoots with this photographer that I came to know. And my drag became very 1950s and 40s inspired. I would wear strictly vintage dresses, which came in handy because my mom, as a costume designer, has a cedar closet in our basement full of vintage dresses. So I just had all of that to choose from. And, at age 16, me, a new drag queen, didn't quite know how to put things together, and my mom would see me trying to walk out the door and be like, no, let's go back downstairs, let's find a different glove for you, let's do this and that. And then that turned into her making the first thing that she made for me at probably age 16, which was a vintage Christian Dior wedding dress type style. And then that just, it skyrocketed into me becoming the designer and her becoming the puzzle maker. And it's just been a team effort ever since. So a lot of what I like to wear is very referential to lots of different things. My favorite types of references are things from childhood and stuff like that. So as a child watching Pretty Woman, for example, that red dress with the white gloves, the necklace, the earrings is so iconic. I knew my mom could recreate that. Another example of a very Gigi look is we recreated the Morton Salt Girl, on the salt can, and I found a cylindrical purse and painted it to look like the salt can, and my mom made the cute little raincoat, and it's just having the privilege of being able to put things and make things come to fruition from drawing with her is so special to me, and I hold it so dear to my heart.